Cell phones, computers, iPads, street lamps, storefronts, and even some televisions all have cameras on them. Since 1816, when the camera was invented, everyone has been obsessed with its abilities to capture a moment in time. The culture today revolves around the highly developed camera through popular culture, high fashion magazines, and even selfies in your room. However, the highly developed camera today has had some skepticism behind it because of the fear that it allows no one to have true privacy. So, is it true that people are secretly capturing your moments in time without you knowing? In OmniVision, we will go over the characters, the plot, research which inspired this episode, and the conspiracies which occur today about privacy. Our first character is Mariah. Mariah is a well renowned neurosurgeon. She is usually always in a relationship. Her boyfriend now is Josh. In her free time, she catches up with the latest news, loves helping those in need, and likes to spend her time cuddled up on her couch. Most people would describe her as kind, loves to talk, very observant, and a good hard worker. She has always lived in Washington, D.C., and works at Gray Washington Hospital. Josh works in the White House for the CIA, currently is dating Mariah, and he would be considered the life of the party and loves hanging out with his friends. He is also from Washington, D.C. Mariah and Josh had been dating for 2 years. They have made some good friends who all have crazy different personalities, but it makes the friend group work. After 2 years of dating, Mariah catches Josh hooking up with one of their friends, Betsy, at a party they were hosting together. The next morning, Josh and her get into a huge fight and she moves out within the day. As she settles into her new apartment, she decides to go for a walk to clear her mind from her quiet new environment. As she is walking, she sees a stray kitten stuck in a fence. She decides to take it home and help it. As Mariah and her new kitten, which she calls Kit Kat, are cuddled up on her couch, she turns on the news. In Washington, D.C. at 3 p.m., a rally took place outside the White House. People are taking action over the disputes of the government secretly spying on us through camera technology. It has become a big concern within the past few years. Is our privacy truly non-existent? She begins to question what our government might be doing. Across town, from Mariah's apartment in the CIA headquarters, the audience sees a conversation between two CIA agents. Thank goodness we got more OmniVision OV6948. Yeah, we must put these into more surveillance animals as soon as possible to get this test project finally finished. The next day, the audience is quickly shown Mariah at work. She sees a lot of CIA agents at Gray Washington Hospital taking medical equipment. When she gets home, she calls Josh and asks him what's happening. Josh tells her not to worry and stop being so observant and to mind her own business. She begins to push him to tell her. She states, I need to know, does it have to do with what the rallies are about? Josh replies, no, stop asking. How's your new cat, by the way? Did you finally get one since you couldn't with me due to my allergies? Figures. What? Mariah exclaims. I never told you about my cat. How did you know? I haven't told anyone. Oh, Josh nervously answers. Someone told me. Yeah, Lauren told me. I haven't been checking in on you. Annoyed, Mariah says goodbye to Josh, and he angrily says goodbye too. She starts to research what's special about the equipment they confiscated and discovered they had the world's tiniest cameras in them. She turns on the news and sees that all the zoos have been shut down temporarily due to an investigation by the CIA. On the bottom of the news screen on the tab that says Next on News, she reads, all the animals in the pounds have been adopted. Who are these heroes who helped? Through her observant and hardworking research, she begins to connect the dots. The CIA have been putting cameras in all the animals to watch people. It's not through cell phones and computers, it's through the animals. That means Josh has been stalking me through you, Kit Kat. Oh my gosh, that's how he knew about you. I have to tell the news. This is breaking everyone's privacy laws. Then, out of nowhere, Lauren pops up. Mariah screams and Lauren says, no you won't. I finally have you alone now. Lauren continues to tell Mariah not to move and states, I've been watching you for weeks. I couldn't stand the thought of not seeing you anymore after you and Josh broke up. I love you. Mariah scaredly replies, I thought Josh was stalking me. I need you to leave now. This is crazy what the government and you are doing. It's not crazy, it's wonderful. Since I work for the CIA, it kept me close to your every move. The next day. Well, looks like we have a murder-suicide here. We have to cover this up. She found out about the OmniVision mission. If this gets out, then society will know we are surveilling them. Wrap this up, boys. Throughout my research, I discovered that the ability to put cameras everywhere isn't far off. Today we have cameras that are built into glasses and sunglasses, cameras that are small enough to go inside a human vein, cameras that can be connected to an animal collar, and that the US government can access anyone's technology through inbuilt backdoors. Sunglasses with cameras built in only cost $50 on Amazon. It only costs $50 in order to secretly spy on anyone without them knowing. While the tiniest camera is only used for surgeries and medical purposes today, it is also incredibly hard to be seen by the human eye. In the popular movie Spy Kids, they emphasize on the high-tech gadgets they have, including the world's tiniest cameras, which were secretly in the halls placed by the main character. That's not the only high-tech gadget that people should be worried about. While today owners can willingly put cameras on their pets and see what their daily habits are, it is an accessibility in which your animals can be filming anything they see, meaning you. It has caused controversy within the years, especially when a man named Edward Snowden revealed an NSA program called Optic Nerves. The operation was a bulk surveillance program under which they captured webcam images every 5 minutes from Yahoo users, video chats, and then stored them for future use, stated The Guardian. We live in a panoptism society. Apps can see anything you do once you hit agree to access your camera and audio. Hackers can get into your databases and get your information, and your own government can see any information they want, which leads to crazy conspiracies people have come up with. Have you ever noticed how birds always rest on telephone wires? How multiple birds at a time will stay there for hours just chilling? Well, many people have, and they have come up with a conspiracy that the government has made them into cameras, and they fly to telephone wires to charge back up. Crazy, right? Have you ever noticed that there's a whole new business for getting a cover for your computer camera? People can get packs of 6 covers for your camera so that when you're not using it, it can be covered at all times. Some people even use post-it notes to cover the cameras up. People have become so paranoid of people watching them through technology that a whole business was created to help that fear. And lastly, the home security systems, which are supposed to protect you from intruders, actually have families being paranoid and fearsome of their own camera protection. There have been several instances where families' home security systems have been hacked by a stranger, and that stranger can see and talk to the family. If any stranger can do that, then any government agency can too.